experiment. Man, that got me flagged. I actually got shadow banned for a while because of that. Watch all of his interviews, see what he talks about, and then ask him different questions that nobody's asked before.
My goal is to explore my personal brand
Yep.
over the next couple of months.
Yep.
So I understood the concept of creating daily content for YouTube and then split it up and then put it out to the rest of the platforms.
Yep.
What do you think there? Like, what's the ideal process? If you can maybe pull the curtain on your end, like what do you exactly do? Like, do you actually record a video? You put the video on a Google Drive, and then you let the editor do. Who does all?
Oh
the,
wow! Okay, yeah, sure, super.
I want to go technical.
Yeah, good. Let's do
Tactical.
it. Technical, tactical, love it. So we start with Evernote.
Okay.
So for most of my videos, it's a 3-person process. I have a researcher named Ivan, and he is researching all the videos. So he's finding the clips for, if it's a top 10, he's finding clips of the top 10. If it's the espresso, he's finding the clip for the espresso, and he brings them to me.
Okay.
So every Tuesday when it's filming day, everything has to be updated by Tuesday. A little bonus on that is when we're doing the 254s, we tailor the 254 bonus to each video that we're doing. Somebody else on my team is in charge of 254. They have access to the Evernote. So they're looking at the notes before I do. They're adding the 254. So then when I show up on Tuesday, I've got all the videos I need to film. Either on a small day, it would be 10 videos,
Yep.
12 videos, or on the full day where I got to do all day long weekend videos. Because it's only one day a week or sometimes one day a month, so it's got to all be ready for me to go, right? I load up my Evernote. I'm looking at the clips. If I have to say something about the clip, I'll watch the clip and then record what I'm going to say. Move to top 10 where I'm basically saying the rules. I'll start working my way through that. I record everything on my computer. So I have a DSLR connected to my computer.
Okay.
I didn't even know you could do that, but there's a device called El Gato, which means the cat. It plugs into your USB on your computer, and then you can plug a DSLR into it.
Oh, all right. And then it films straight into the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sick.
Whoa.
Your computer thinks it's a webcam. So here's what happened. I had a webcam. I got the Logitech. It was the only 1080p Logitech webcam. I don't know if there's others now, but it was the best one. And then I'm on a Zoom call with a buddy of mine, Jeremy, and like, dude, how do you look so clear? Like, I have the best webcam you can buy, and you look 10 times better than I do. What are you doing? It's like, oh, I just use Elgato. Like, what the heck is that? So like that day I bought Elgato. It's not expensive, like $100 or something.
Yep.
And then you could plug in your DSLR into it. I bought a plug from my camera so that can go into the wall so you're not running out of batteries as you're going through it. That you can just get on Amazon. And then, so it acts as the webcam for my computer. I have a boom mic, so I have a mic that's over my head. That sometimes you can see it in older videos in front of my face.
Yep.
I moved it so it's above my head. I used, what's that silver one called? The Bluetooth one. The Blue Yeti. The Blue
Yeti, yeah.
I mean, it's a standard. I used that for a long time, and then I wanted to up my audio game, so I went to a microphone store, and I said, I need a microphone without having to build out a full studio with soundproof walls and everything. So he gave me this really specific microphone that singers use or rappers will use because it's a really narrow field of focus. So it's only covering, like, if it's above my head, it only covers this, right? So there can be something else happening behind, but you won't pick it up. So now it's just slightly out of frame. It's like right here. So you can't see it, but it picks up good audio.
Good idea.
I record the files. Usually I'll record it one at a time. So I won't make all the top 10s together. I'll make one top 10 and then another top 10 and I'll put it in a folder. So it'll be Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, whatever. Drop it in that folder. We use Dropbox. So me and my main editor, Christina, have a shared Dropbox folder. In there, I'll put the date, so 2019, whatever. And in there will be top 10, and in there will be each breakdown, and I just drop the folder in, drop the file into the folder, and it goes to her.
It saves so much time with the Elgato thing. You don't need
Oh my gosh.
transfer.
Yeah, ridiculous, yeah.
That's crazy.
If you need the lens, I can tell you it. Danny probably knows, but
Gear, yeah, with Gear we good. All right, so then I got that process.
so
That saves me a lot of time.
So then she'll take it, she'll edit it, She'll look at the Evernote file for timestamps and all the notes that have to go along that Ivan, the researcher, created. And Christina and her husband are both full-time working. So I don't know how they split up the work.
Tasks.
But Christina basically manages her and her husband. Then she'll upload it to YouTube. So after that point, I'm basically not touching it. We'll upload it to YouTube. She uploads it to YouTube. We have our standard description that will be put in. Then she'll make a thumbnail for it. For most of our standard videos, if there's a new video, then I'm more heavily involved because it's a new thing we're testing and I'm playing with. But for our usual stuff that's going up, she uploads it, she puts a thumbnail on it. My researcher will title it, put it in the description, and then it goes live.
When is the researcher sending that information to Christina?
So he's putting it on YouTube himself. He's titling it.
Okay.
And he's putting in the description. She's doing the upload of the video, yeah, and she'll put the thumbnail on. So the design she'll do, right? So like creating the content, uploading it, put it on the schedule, making a thumbnail, all visual stuff. He will then go in and work on what the title is going to be and what's going to be in the description.
Got it. Okay.
And then it goes live. Like I'm out of the process by then.
No, it's so much clearer now. All right, cool.
Okay,
so I got I got that part.
Yeah.
Now, you've been seeing some of the content that I was created, and you've been telling me, hey, you should actually do this, this, and that. Now, what do you think on my brand would make a bigger impact and ultimately, you know, will bring more subscribers to the channel, will make people more interested? Is it tactical content coming from me, like doing tutorials about how to do stuff in ClickFunnels? Is it tutorials about Facebook ads and YouTube ads and all the rest of the stuff that I do? How should I think about the content creation from that matter? Should I just apply? Because it's like, for example, the thought leadership template. I don't know if I could. I could apply that to a tactical video too, and I could get those for more than 10 minutes. I could do like a 1 hour tutorial every day.
Yeah, the tactics are in the 3 points.
Yeah.
Here's your powerful opinion, context, all that, but then after you tell your story, you give me points on what to do.
Okay, so
1,
let me
2,
pause
3.
you for a second there.
Yeah.
If I do a daily video, am I putting a different story every day? Story of my client, the story what happened today, and just tie it up with that video? Got it, okay.
Like what happened today or yesterday or in the news or with your client or with an email or something that you can bring up.
Just a story.
That relates to the message. Yeah. So the story can inspire the message.
Okay. And of course, I know that I have to test, and probably for 3 months straight, I shouldn't even look at the data so I can collect data, because it's been a while since I've been consistent with my content.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself now on me that you think, all right, you should start creating this type of content instead of what you've been doing, or you should focus on this?
So I think the fastest hack is going to be your interviews. So Dan is great. You're going to go do Grant is great. He doesn't talk a lot about it, but when he gets emotional in his videos, he talks about freedom. So it's a good connection point to you.
Okay.
Bringing that out. So when you go interview Grant, your goal is, how do I get a different interview out of Grant? It's a big deal for you. It's a similar audience to what you want to chase down. Watch all of his interviews, see what he talks about, and then ask him different questions that nobody's asked before that you connect to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get a unique Grant interview.
Piece of content.
Right?
Okay.
And if you can replicate that across other people, like you did Dan, the Dan one was okay. Dan one, I mean, you knew him, but the questions were okay, the intro is okay, it's just okay, right? It's not that unique of a Dan Locke interview versus what you have a chance to do now with Grant or whoever else you want to then chase down and do more of. That's the fastest way, and then you use the audience bridge strategy we talked about. Then from there, you experiment, like you play with it, you create your thought leadership content, you can talk about what we're doing, as an example, and break down successes that people have had. Again, throughout the whole thing, the thing that's usually missing from yours is the feeling that I can get freedom by doing this too. Not just,
because I was focused too much on tactical stuff. And
hey, here's how to X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Great. That's not even your audience. You want the people who want the freedom but don't want to do the work.
Yeah, makes sense.
You're not teaching people how to do the ClickFunnels for themselves. You want to be the guy who takes the expert who doesn't want to have to do ClickFunnels, and you help them do the whole thing.
Got it, cool. All right, and then if I take it back to the platforms, I know I have to focus mainly on creating that daily content for YouTube and then break it down into smaller pieces of content for IG and then the rest, right? At the same time, I want to focus on growing one platform at a time, but without worrying that, hey, I'm going to miss out on IG, I'm going to miss out on LinkedIn if I don't focus there. I know it's hard, it's not impossible, but it's hard to try to grow, more than one at a time. Like I was looking at the way that you did it, like you focused on YouTube for so many years, and just when did you start like really focusing on IG? Last year, 2 years?
Last year sometime, I think.
And you exploded because you got now, what, 200,000?
Yeah, working towards almost.
So what do you think there? Like, what do you think it's?
I would do both. Like the YouTube will feel like a crunch at the beginning because
it takes time.
You're building a new muscle that you're not used to building, right? So, but as you get used to the format, you'll be able to pump them out a lot faster compared to how long it will take at the beginning. But just like anything else, when you got into ClickFunnels, like, what am I doing? What does this button do? And now you can go in, boom, 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 right? So having a little bit of patience and a little bit of easing off the frustration, like gentle on yourself a little bit, like, okay, I'm learning, I'm getting it, we're learned a bunch of stuff here in Toronto, and I'm gonna start applying it. And then taking the best content, and I would put it right now to both Instagram and LinkedIn, take the best piece from there and post it, the same video, make it square, and post it to Instagram and to LinkedIn.
Got it. Now, to pause a little bit there, who is the person that handles that process? Like, I understood, okay, the editor should cut the video and should pick whoever's saying the best things and then bring that. Who's handling the rest?
For my Instagram?
Yeah.
So I have someone who's just in charge of my Instagram. Who's creating content. And this is only creating content. Community management, comments and all that is a different, somebody else.
Okay.
Responding to comments for both YouTube, Instagram, all that. That's somebody's full-time job. But content creation is one person who's in charge of creating the content for Instagram, that then he also posts the content, most of the content. Nina will post my stories, like any swipe up, because you can't automate. There's no good tool to post the stories yet. And so you want to have the device local to where you are. But he posts most of the content. He'll go and research some of the stuff. If he's making a top 10, he just looks at the top 10 video and takes the rules and creates a graphic around it. We have some cartoon Evans doing different things, so that's somebody else's job, is creating the cartoons. And then Nina works with that person to create the cartoon, and then it goes to him and he posts it. For the videos, we'll look at the analytics and pick the best video, and then he'll post it. So there's a bit of a team effort on finding the right content, but then he's in charge of putting it all together and posting the videos. So it's 3 videos a day, 3 posts a day, and then IG stories is me, pretty much, except for whatever the swipe up. Every day we have the swipe up that Nina posts.
Got it. Have you found in the journey that you grew from last year to this year, if you would be like 3 things that really worked and you can still replicate it now? Like not something that just worked like a year ago, but something that maybe...
For what, for YouTube or Instagram?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
Like the comments that you tag, all the
No, that got me flagged. I actually got shadow banned for a while because of that. Because they thought I was spamming people. When I was welcoming people to the community. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I got caught up in the like Instagram is destroying anything automation, and they thought I was. It looks like you're tagging 20 people in each post. It looks spammy, so I got We had like 3 months of just not getting any results because of that, and so avoid any, especially now, any DM groups, any auto likes, any watch somebody's story, all that stuff. Kill it all. It's not worth it. So like 80% of winning on any social platform is still going to be daily great content, right? Consistent, awesome content. Hashtags mean a lot on Instagram. I don't know how much you work with JRS to get your hashtags down, but it's,
with the Flick app.
it's very meaningful. You can get some good traction from good hashtags that won't work with YouTube. Responding to comments on Instagram works way better than YouTube because people get notified. Video DMs to people, thanking them for subscribing means a lot. People see it like, holy cow, Marian responded to me.
Yeah.
Super, like it's 15 seconds, 8 seconds, right? Julie, thank you so much. I love you. I believe.
Yeah.
Your version, I can't help it. I send everything like that, right? Super powerful, right? And then we're always experimenting. I always want to kill off my worst series. I'm newer into the Instagram content than YouTube, which we've done for so many years. But like cartoons are really popping for us.
Oh, wow.
And at the start, I was doing other people's cartoons, and now we hired an illustrator, and we're making Evan cartoons. So if you look at my recent posts, most of the cartoons, I'm in the cartoon. It's me doing something, which we're getting great results with, right? But I don't do cartoons anywhere else, right? I mean, we'll still post it to LinkedIn and Twitter because Instagram is our hub, but there's no cartoon Evan on YouTube.
Got it. Okay, I think.
Yeah, awesome,
these
dude.
were it.
I love it.
Thank you.
Congrats. See you grow.